The chances are, if you've clicked on this video, you know who Dani is, but if not, I'll give you a quick summary. Dani is a game developing YouTuber that is making a game called Carlson.
Carlson is just a little game I'm working on. I just currently did 20 of those really.
And is obsessed with milk.
Milk. Yep.
And I've been watching Dani for about a year now, so when he released a new video yesterday and a new game to go with it, I just knew I had to review it. The game's called Jelly Drift and is a single player car game where there's two game modes, one where you race against a simple AI, or the second where you race a time lap that you can use to compete with yourself or your friends. There are 8 cars made by someone called Lexi C16 and 4 maps designed by Dani. A desert map, a forest map, a winter map, and a downhill map inspired by the anime Initial D. All of the cars are based on real-life drift cars, although they have been slightly modified, so they do not appear the same. That's the basic summary of the game. Now let's get on to the review. Let's start off with the good points of the game. It looks great, it's easy to install, and it's definitely addictive. And personally, I really like the simple style of the game with the low poly shapes. Alongside these points, the fact this game was made by one person is quite astonishing because it looks and feels as if it could have easily been made by a small team of app developers such as Ketchup. On that note, the game is available on Windows, Mac and Android, so you can download it on your phone, although I played it on PC. Okay, now for the bad points. The first thing is the drift mechanics are a little odd and take about half an hour to get used to. Not a massive downside, but if you play any other car games, it likely won't affect how good you are at the game initially. Apart from that minor downside, there is, however, one massive downside to the game from my perspective: the AI drivers. Now, I know this game was made by a YouTuber and I don't expect it to be perfect, but it's definitely worth mentioning how horrible it is to race against the AI drivers. Bearing in mind, Dani did kind of mention this in his video.
And we also have some enemy cars which you can race against, but they're kind of dumb. Yeah, they're dumb.
But the reason I hate the AI in this game is not the fact that I'm worse than them. Well, not just that fact, but it's also a combination of a few things. The first being the fact that they literally don't drift. Bearing in mind the game is called Jelly Drift, you'd expect the AI to drift, but no, they don't. They just drive around at full speed and completely gap anyone but the best drivers on every corner, which is also very annoying, bearing in mind as the player it literally feels like you're driving on ice. Not necessarily a bad thing if the AI also had the same advantages that you do. Alongside this lack of drifting, no matter what car you are in or it, the AI always wins any collision. If you tap their back bumper or they slam sideways into you, expect to be flung off the track and have to restart the lap, which as a bad driver, I did quite a lot. Also, the AI always takes the outside of every corner, which bearing in mind the previous 2 points means that if you are unlucky enough to be coming up on the outside, the AI won't bat an eye and will simply just proceed to run you off the track like an immovable ball of steel. That means it doesn't matter if you are on the outside or the inside, it will always take the same route. Finally, if the AI has to reset, it does not reset at a checkpoint, but wherever it came off the track. So if both you and the AI go off the track, the AI basically automatically wins. Unless you're skilled, there's basically no point continuing, because as the player, if you reset at a checkpoint. I think all these issues are likely because the AI is just a car that's made to follow a very specific route and isn't actually an AI, so therefore does whatever it can to stay on that route and doesn't take any data such as how close you are to the car. And if I'm honest, the game is still way better than anything I can make, so in conclusion, I would give Jelly Drift a 4-star review. It's a good game, but if you play it, prepare to get mildly infuriated. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I currently have 101 subscribers, and subscribing greatly helps a tiny channel like me. Alright lads, thanks, and peace.